Hello everyone. So a few hours ago I attended the Diwali festival at Cotton Bowl Stadium in Dallas, Texas, and I live in the Dallas area. And it's one of the biggest in the United States, if not the biggest. It might be the biggest Hindu festival that happens every year in the United States. And it's celebrated by Hindus, throughout the world. And in some places it's considered a national holiday. But this festival basically represents a victory of light over darkness, of truth over ignorance, and it's been happening every year in Dallas for a while. It started with just a party of about 50 people, and now it's grown to near 100,000 people attending at the Cotton Bowl every year. And Diwali is usually over a 5-day period, and it has grown amazingly in Dallas, Texas. There are many Hindus in Dallas, and there's a whole bunch of different things you can find at the festival. There's many different kinds of food, numerous food stands. You'll find a whole bunch of different kinds of clothes for sale, jewelry, especially for women. You'll find a whole bunch of different kinds of just items for sale in general. And the books is really what I go to Diwali for. The books and the fireworks show, which I will show. But just gaining all these different kinds of Hindu texts is very enjoyable for me. And it progresses me along my spiritual path. And I just pick up as many books as I can and just buy as many books as I can when I go to Diwali. Me and my father have actually been going for a couple of years now, and it's kind of become a every year thing for us. We're planning on doing it every year anyway, and I found it highly enjoyable, and the atmosphere was wonderful. There was a lot of energy in the air. There was a lot of positivity, and the fireworks show was at the very end. It's around midnight. And it was spectacular. I mean, it was amazing last year. I think it was even better this year. Laser light show and with fireworks in the Cotton Bowl, just filling up the whole sky with light. It's a great thing to see. And there's musical performances. I don't speak Hindi, so they're not as beneficial for me, as I don't take as much away from them. But there's some very well-known artists who sing in Hindi, and a band that support them. That goes on for hours before the fireworks actually start. And there's just so much to do there and so much to experience that I highly recommend it for anybody who goes to Dallas around this time. And Diwali is definitely very prominent in Dallas. So if you go to any Hindu festival in the United States, I'd highly recommend going to it in Dallas, because it's literally one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in the United States, like I said. So what I'm about to do is show you a few videos that I took, and it'll kind of capsulize what Diwali was like for me and kind of what I took away from it. The Hare Krishna movement is very strong in Diwali, as it is among Hindus. That's not all that Hinduism is, but Hare Krishna is very prominent there. I'll go ahead and show a few books that I purchased while I was there, and there's always different books, there's always different clothes, there's always different Brahmins, priests, displaying different either spiritual texts or truths or small religious ceremonies, and there's just a lot to find there. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and play the clips that I took, and at the end I'll share the fireworks show and kind of wrap things up. So hey, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy these clips that I took while Alright, so I'm here at the Diwali Festival in Dallas, Texas, Diwali Mela, and it's a really big crowd. There's probably like thousands of people here. I mean, I heard one estimate at 100,000, but I don't think it's 100,000. But it's at the Cotton Bowl, and it's a very big festival. It's the biggest one in the United States. It's the biggest one you'll find outside of India. And if you live in the United States and you want to go to a Diwali festival, you come here. There's going to be a big fireworks show later, like a big one. There's tons of book stands. There's a lot of jewelry, a lot of clothing. and there's a lot of food. Most of it I can't pronounce, but I will be taking pictures of it, and I will be trying to pronounce it. No, it's a great festival. It costs about $10 to get in, well worth it. And I love picking up as many books as I can from as many sources as I can, as many different temples, as many different authors, and basically the works of many different swamis, so I can expand my own search, my own spiritual seeking towards God, trying to find the milestones along my own path. And that's really why I come to festivals like this, to get as much material as possible, to meet a few people, to try new food, and just to have fun. So it's been great so far. There is a lot of women's clothing and a lot of women's jewelry, not as much for men, but some for men. And like I said, I come for the books, but I also come for buy a few statues, get some information about temples in Texas, because I don't mind traveling further out to go to different temples. I've been to quite a few around this area. There's a great one in Dallas that I visited recently. Check out that video. But as we progress along our spiritual path, we have to find as many places and events like this so that we can send out our tentacles and take hold of all the things that we can on our path to God. So thank you very much for watching, and I will be recording some more in just a second.
Let's hear a good explanation of the Bhagavad Gita.
Hare Krishna. So this Bhagavad Gita is a conversation between Krishna and his devotee and his friend Arjuna, and it is happening in a battlefield where Arjuna is totally bewildered, and he doesn't want to fight against his families, his friends, his uncle and his grandfather, and everybody was there in front of him to fight, and he was not willing to fight with them. And because he was bewildered because he was in a bodily concept.
How is what he learned helpful for us now? Like as far as what we're trying to realize.
Yes. So the basic the Krishna, just to explain him, to start with, he starts with the concept of that we are not this body, we are the souls, and the soul will never be died. It will not be cut into pieces, or it will not be burnt and all those things, right? So now in this age, we are all into a bodily concept. So we enjoy our senses, thinking that this body is immortal, but we all come with the expiration date.
So we're too materialistic now.
Exactly, we are too much materialistic now. And the basic concept that we learn out of this is that we have got a human body, not a animalistic body, because we have certain things to inquire about why we got this and who is God, and that is this, not like to live life like a animal, just eat, sleep, mate, and then defend and then die. So we have better things to do because we are human beings.
So would you say that we're more able to realize our true self than animals and plants, perhaps? We gain this human birth?
Yes. So once we get this life, this is very valuable, because this is where we can inquire about God, and then we can know more about Him, and then we can surrender ourselves. So this book, Krishna, when he speaks, he says that he actually makes Arjuna or ourselves understand that what is this life and what we should do, what we not to do. And finally he says that everything that I have said is a concept. It's just a concept altogether. But unless you understand me and surrender unto me, then there is no value. So finally he says that finally you have to come to a conclusion where you have to render devotional service to me and completely surrender unto me, and that is where you will get the liberation.
So we have a responsibility to our true selves to understand the Bhagavad Gita and try to realize moksha.
Yes.
Okay, well thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate this conversation, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you.
so over at Diwali, and man, they were amazing. We really had the expectations beforehand satisfied, and as you saw in the video, that was the last piece. I wanted to upload a bit to Facebook Live, so I didn't record the beginning of it, but I did get the last and the best bit for everybody on YouTube. And I really thank you for watching this video if you've watched it, and feel free to ask any questions in the comment section below, but it was great. It really felt like the darkness was being split at this Diwali here in Dallas, Texas, and Hare Krishna.